disconnect, and he's like, guys.
Dire team ban. Test. Alright, there we go. Hello everyone, I'm Roro Doda, and I'm bringing you game number 2 of the Grand CEVO finals between My Intent and Chibusia's Minions. Chibusia's Minions last game played a really great game actually, and they simply just went to war. Misha on the CK, of course, in the tri-lane. Essentially, there's no other way to put it. They went to war and they won the war. They won the battle, not the war, I should say, because the war would be the tournament, the battle is like the game. I know, pretty sick metaphor. Anyways, I asked one of the admins about what the whole situation was with the winner's bracket advantage, and there we go, fixed up my settings for you guys to hear me all nicely now. I asked one of the admins about what's happening with the winner's bracket advantage, and essentially it is now 2-0 in favor of Chibusia's Minions because they did go through the winner's bracket. And remember guys, this is our second game only, but theoretically they have 2 wins because of the advantage. Anyways, we have the Bat Rider, Shadow Demon, Gyrocopter combo coming out towards Chibusia's minions. Misha's picking up Gyrocopter once more. Maybe we'll see extravagant play, off-lane Bat Rider, potentially. Even a jungling Bat Rider is viable. On the other hand, Lone Druid, Keeper Light, and Magnus are going to be played on the My Intent side. And Syllabear and Magnus really go well together. They have the Empower matching up with Syllabear's Spirit Bear, and that does so much damage. It's really, really, really underestimated, especially with the RP that can really hold everyone in place for that damage, and the burst damage coming out from Ezreal as well. Rubik, Naix, and Darkseer are going to be the bans so far. And apparently I have a problem here. Let me just turn that on and off, and there we go, guys. I fixed up my problem. So as I was saying, it's a really strong combination, and Dirge is going to be banned out as well as Gondar. So strong lane presence is not going to be going towards the way of My Intent with the Dirge and Rubik pick banned, because those are two extremely strong supporting heroes, and they can surprisingly gank very well together. Even though they don't really have any hard stuns, they can do work around the map. Gondar, you kind of got to think that's a respect ban going towards J&T, because he played such a great game in his Bounty Hunter last game. He was there for every kill. He ensured that, I wouldn't say every kill, but he was there for a lot of kills. He rotated as soon as he hit 6, and he made sure every single person that went down on My Intent's side was tracked before they died. He ensured that to the best visibility, and if you're playing Bounty Hunter, that's really what you got to do. Sure, your Janata, your Shuritas, and your Ghostwalk are, they're cool, but the only reason you're picked, the only reason you're playing Bounty Hunter is for track gold. So make sure, guys, that you throw at that track every single time you can, and you got to ensure that you get it off before the kill happens. PO is going to be banned out as well. My Intent still needs that hard carry roll 1 position. Lone Druid's going to be on that solo off lane or solo safe lane. Jungling Syllabear is not really that viable, considering he's just so much faster in lane, and his bear can do so much damage, it's crazy. I actually outlaned a Syllabear once as a Lycan solo off lane. He was solo safe lane, and I didn't have any wolves. That was a good game. Anyways, Leshrac, Lina are going to be the bans as well, so that those are two really strong heroes that synergize with the Shadow Demon, the stun. Those are the main heroes that we see coming out from the Split Earth and Light Strike Array that can match up with this disruption. Like last game, for example, we had the trio going on, even though some of them were on different teams. And we're waiting on our first pickup of the second picking phase from Misha. It's really hard to say what's needed at this point. Bat Rider and Gyrocopter, even Shadow Demon are really versatile heroes. Shadow Demon can go mid if he wants. The Bat Rider can jungle. He can go offlane solo. He can really do whatever he wants. Gyrocopter, on the other hand, can go mid. He can go hard carry in a tri-lane, or he can go safe lane solo. So it's really hard to understand what's happening at this point. Jakiro is going to be picked up, and this does look like the start of the construction of an aggressive tri-lane. Jakiro and Shadow Demon are really good at getting those long-range disables. Shadow Demon's Disruption, of course, has a long range on it. Jakiro throws down the Ice Path, and it's a guaranteed stun as well, some of that additional illusion damage. On the other hand, My Intent, their lineup is a little bit more... It's a little easier to understand what's going to happen. Magnus, for example, nowadays he's getting played on that middle lane just because he can actually get farm, and a farmed at Magnus is something you really don't want to have to play up against. Ezreal, on the other hand, you can't really do much about an Ezreal, or in regards to how versatile he is, he's really only there for the tri-lane. Lone Druid, on the other hand, he can mid. He can jungle, but like I said, it's not as viable. He can jungle, he can offlane solo, and he can safe lane solo. He can even play in the tri-lane. We've seen that before. Bane's going to be picked up, and this looks like an aggressive tri-lane as well. The only thing is, if, let's say, it is tri-lane versus tri-lane, who's going to win the tri-lane? Weaver's going to be the in-tri-lane hero, or he might even go mid. No, you know what? I think it's going to be an offlane solo Weaver. No, it's going to be a... I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a safe lane solo Weaver. Jakiro, Gyro, Shadow Demon, aggressive tri-lane, Bat Rider mid, Magnus mid, Keeper of the Light, Bane, and I believe it's going to be... Let's see, who can the carry be? Luna, maybe? Luna wouldn't do too bad, actually.
10 seconds remaining.
Mobile hero, lots of burst damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Has the ability to siege. exceptionally well, as well as that additional Lunar Blessing buff.
Reserve time.
Does help with those team fight situations. Luna wouldn't be a bad pick. And neither would Sven, actually. A lot of physical damage is a good way of dealing with these heroes. Gyrocopter, for one, that BKB is going to pretty much prevent him from getting damaged in any other way. The RP does hit, the stun will hit, but there's no damage that actually goes off from that. Fiend's Grip goes through BKB, sorry. So, maybe Sven, or sorry, maybe the BKB wouldn't be such a great idea from Gyro in the first place. If it's going to be Misha up on the Gyrocopter, the carry role, then perhaps it's not the greatest idea. Because, like I just said, I kind of just convinced myself there's a lot of things that go through BKB, and it's going to be Juggernaut pickup, and that's very interesting. I like this pick. I like this Juggernaut pick a lot. They're going to be going early game. It's a lot of push, actually. And now that I think about it, it's a lot of push. That's an insane amount of push. It's undoubtedly, though, the late game favor is going to be going towards Chibusia's minions. Early game, on the other hand, Mind 10, they have Incarnate, they have that healing ward, and Juggernaut is arguably one of the best carries that comes online. Like, one of the earliest carries that comes online in the entire game. Of course, Ursa is one of those heroes as well, just because that insane burst DPS. Misha is going to be up on the Gyrocopter, like I assume. G&T is going to be playing Shadow Demon. Extravagant up on the Bat Rider. Magic Soap playing the Weaver, and Chibusia is going to be up on support role like usual. Incarnate, he's picking up a lot of regen, actually. Some tangos. Stout Shield, he doesn't need a Quelling Blade because who needs a freaking Quelling Blade? Jamie Does going to be going down there with him to ward up. Has the Observers. Lopart has the Sentry Wards up as well for the dewarding in case they do go aggressive, but doesn't look like they will. Chicken MC up. Magic Stick to Magic Branches. Can I call them that? No. Orbit's going to be going offlane solo like I assumed. And 2 Stout Shields. Magic... Why did I just say Magic? Orbit is actually one of the few players I actually see doing this double Stout Shield.
30 seconds to battle.
And actually how it works, a lot of people don't understand this mechanic.
I'm not much of an announcer, but I'll do my best.
This one's really cute. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, I think the Bamboo Panda is gonna win that one, that battle. Sorry, the mechanic behind the double Stout Shield.
This is it.
And the double Stout Shield, how it essentially works, and we're gonna see the bear going in for the pull. It doesn't stack the damage block, but it essentially works as like a pass-through. Let's say the block chance misses for the Stout Shield number 1. Let's say this is number 1. Then the Stout Shield number 2 comes into effect, and it still has the proc chance to defend. Like, you're going to be seeing a lot more of these negative 20s or negative 10s coming up. It is a good way of saving your bear that extra health, and like I said, Orbit's one of the few players I know that actually does this with his bear, and he's pulling this creep wave really nicely. There's no really any way of stopping this from happening. So he's going to be getting some free levels in 4. That's a lot of sticky napalm, and if he gets hit with 1, that's going to be a lot of harassment damage. Just wait, yep, there's another. That's 6 going towards Extravagant, having a great time already. And that's going to be Chicken MC. He's going to have to pop those stick charges, and that's really why you need to be carrying a stick with you right away into mid against the Bat Rider, because that's what's going to happen. Magic Soap offlane solo. Doesn't have as much regen as I would like, personally. Neither does he have a Stout Shield, but he does have a salve, and I think he might be going to Tranks, actually. Posted the ring. And this is a nice big creep wave. There's the ogres in there. They also have the alpha cats. A little bit of lag coming up, guys. Sorry about this. And Bear's going for another pull. He's not really able to do so, though. And he's going to try again. Nope, not going to draw the aggro. Mid lane, Chicken MC is getting dangerously low against Extravagant, but he keeps popping those charges, and look, he already has another one, as well as his bottle, so this is going to be a lot easier now, and is he going to go in for it? Yes, he will, and oh, this is going to be first blood. Chicken MC is going to go down. No, he's going to A-click away perfectly, and if he turns and get this shockwave off, it's going to be first blood in his favor, but the magic sticks aren't going to be enough unless he pops another one right now. Nope, not going to be enough. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Magic Soap is sleeped up. This Illuminate damage is going to do a lot. There's the Blade Fury as well. Magic Soap can't really do anything. He's going to try and tango into the trees, but he can't. He's going to go down, and that's first blood. Going towards Incarnate, you really don't want to be having a carry getting the first blood. That's something you kind of don't want, lad. Let's say the block chance misses for the Stout Shield. Alright, check my stream. There we go. Top lane, just a lot of creep pulling going on, and Syllabear might actually just be going to the jungle. He's getting denied a lot of experience, and he can't pull the aggro from those creep pulls. So I think he is just running into the jungle. What's on the courier? That is one ugly courier. Holy shit. Nice skewer back into the tower, and Extravagant's going to go down here. Orbit's going to be in range for some money and experience as well, and that's much needed in him. That's going to pop his level 3 and level 2 bear. Magic Soap. He is going to try and avenge himself. Only 2 for 0 at this point. And this is why I kind of disagree with the offlane Weaver. I mean, he has 2 insane escape mechanisms. Makes him arguably one of the hardest heroes to kill in the game. But he's just too squishy to do anything. Like, absolutely anything. And like a 10-second Sakuchi cooldown, that's not as low as you would want it to be. Smoke's gonna pop off as well. JNT and Chibusia are gonna rotate into mid. Chicken MC, he's unaware at this point. He's gonna start bottle crowing, and he might actually get the bottle back in time for this gank if the courier is hasted, which it is. So that might be working in his favor. Extravagant's going in, and he's baiting him. This is why I like this play right here. He's pretending like he's like, oh, I'm gonna lose this fight, so he comes in closer, and now there's Shadow Demon Disruption, Ice Path, like that long range disable, like I was talking about, Flame Break right back into the Ice Path. There's Dual Breath as well. The Stick Charge is gonna keep him alive for now, and he's not gonna go down, I don't believe. They can't dive him this far. Extravagant's gonna have to A-click on one of his teammates, and that's exactly what it does. Chibista's gonna try and get some right clicks off as well, and he's gonna go down. If Chicken MC throws out a Shockwave, that's the death of Chibista. That's already him down. Lone Drew's gonna pick him off, and that was a very, very, very sloppy dive. Extravagant's low as well, and there's a Caught Blast. It's gonna barely miss. Lobert's gonna be a little bit angry about that, but Extravagant, he's going down anyway. It's 4-0 now, going towards the mine 10, and this early game strat, sorry, is going pretty darn well, if you ask me. Carnate on the bottom lane picked up the phase boots. I don't think we're gonna be seeing a Blade Fury, maybe just some drums and a Yasha coming up. Getting those up and online really quick. JNT. It's only level 3 skewer, and that's like 1/3 of his HP going already. The life of a support. Lopart just sneaks in the last hit there. I saw that, Lopart. I saw that. And there's gonna be this Shockwave as well. It's gonna pick off. Shadow Demon, and RP is up on Chicken, remember, but he doesn't have the mana for it, and he's not going to for a little bit either. Extravagant, if he keeps popping up the napalms, well, Chicken MC's gonna have a lot of stick charges, and he's RP, so Extravagant. Careful, dude. Don't know if you want to be doing that. And Chicken MC is out-leveling him so hard at this point. He has such a bad start, but this is why I like Chicken MC. He's such a great player. He can catch up with his farm. He can catch up in his levels so well. We saw it last game as well when he was playing up on the Clinks. He rotated in and he TP'd early game. Not the best of times, and he missed out on a lot of farm. And we might see a skewer back, actually. No, I think that he could have actually went in for the RP skewer. There's disruption. A little bit of bad communication here, and it's going to ensure that Chicken MC is alive for a little bit longer. And then there's a nice RP. It's going to keep everyone together, but there's no follow-up. And even if he had a little bit more mana, he could have popped those charges, and he could have killed everybody. No. That's just some great play coming on. Orbit, he's catching up as well. Double Stout Shield Bear. OP jungling capabilities. Meanwhile, top lane Misha, he's farming. He's got a Midas up and running. 31 for 6 up on him. 32 for 9 up on the Juggernaut. And he's no longer leading CS because they're tied up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, I really should learn those hotkeys. Level 7 up on the Midas Gyro, which is to be expected because of the Midas. Level 7 up on Magnus because he is mid lane. And level 5 on the Batrider. Batrider's getting shut down pretty ridiculous at this point. It's one thing to be even half level higher than your mid lane partner, but to be
middle tower is
like,
under attack.
Okay, he's sitting at 5.5. He's sitting at pretty much 8. To be outlaned by 1.5 levels is just crazy. Like, sorry, 2.5 levels. What am I saying? I can't add. 2.5 levels is crazy. Like, you're in mid lane. It's supposed to be very even ground. It's supposed to be, you know, you're a Batrider's Oil. It's supposed to be an easy matchup for you. But when someone like Chicken MC comes in with a magic stick and just starts spamming them off so he can spam you back with shockwaves, that's somewhere you don't want to be. And now he's getting out-leveled by 2 levels, so he's catching up. He does have his last 2 now, and might see some action actually coming in mid lane because Chibusia has rotated in. But Extravagant a little low, and his bottle charge is going to get cancelled off by the creep, and Firefly is going to make sure he gets away, and Chibusia, he's in a little bit of trouble now. Sorry, Skewer away, and Chicken MC is going to be fine. Lopart as well. Chicken MC's like, I'll protect you with my my shockwave, so the creeps don't kill you. Shout out to Maria. Says me. Okay. Anyways, Extravagant. He's catching up now. Actually, he's 6.5, and I'm surprised. I think it's because people are rotating in with Chicken MC. So he's not getting the solo experience that he desires and that he wants and that he should be getting. A bottom lane, Jamie Duh, he's almost 6 as well, and as soon as he hits 6, he can pretty much stop. He can leave Incarnate. He can rotate around and starts Fiends gripping whoever he wants. If they actually Fiends grip the Magic Soap with no creeps around, Incarnate can actually just pop off his ult and get a free kill on Magic Soap, who's pretty much getting solo experience at this point, which is pretty good trade-off if you ask me. 2 ults for a Weaver this early on. A problem I see a lot of people running into top lane. Actually, another pull is going to be attempted by Orbit. He did go into the jungle, got some levels, and he's going to rotate back up top now with the stronger bear with boots of speed in the pull's going to be successful. He's getting some free experience now. You go, Orbit. You go, girl. And sorry, I was talking about the ultimates. Some things that I really don't like that people do. There's 2 things actually. When people solo Ravage, it's one thing to solo Ravage 5 minutes into, or sorry, not when you can have level 6 by 5 minutes. It's one thing to, okay, and JNT is gonna get picked off. Chicken MC's coming in from the back. There's gonna be the call down as well. Ice Path is gonna barely hit on Chicken MC, but the RP is there. Misha's gonna eat a lot of damage, but he's so tanky. Didn't even realize that. Misha's gonna go down, and Chicken MC is chasing after Chibusia as well. Skewer can go backwards, and there you go. And now he's dead. The root's gonna hit on the first strike as well, and Chibusia is gonna go down. Chicken MC is gonna cop a double kill. And Orbit's gonna be in range for some gold and experience as well.
Not in a good way.
And if you Tranquil Boots right now, you're the best. Okay, he's officially the best. Smart play. Orbit, I like just these players in general in this game are just such heads-up players. It's the small things about Dota that really make you, excel. And it's what separates good players from the excellent players. Like, most people probably know what Orbit just did, but if you don't, I'll explain it to you. You have more HP when you're in true form. He's missing HP in true form, so when you go back into normal form, it's like a different ratio. So when you go back into normal form in Tranquil Boots, let's say you get your HP up to here, then it restores more HP, when it goes into true form, if that makes sense. 5 stacks up on Chicken MC, and last 2 is up. Extravagant actually probably could have picked him up and just ran off, but nope. Luckmaster Orbit's going to get a first hit in Tangle. Meanwhile, Chicken MC's going to die to the call down and Misha's Rocket Barrage. No more call. Actually, there's another root right there. I was just about to say no more roots, but it's going to be right there. Ice Path. It is going to hit. No, it's on cooldown actually. And Orbit's doing a lot of damage. Lowbird's rotating in as well to get some more support. And JT's going to get skewered onto the top. Chibusia's going to fall down as well into the ground. And JNT, man, this is just terrible. This is just such a bad fate. If he had a tango, he could probably try to attack and deny himself to a creep. That would have been next level. That would have been next level Dodos. Bottom lane Incarnate still free farming. He's going for his Vlads now. Oh man, this is just really not a good position. This is not where you want to be if you're in the shoes of Chibusia's minions. And Magic Soap, he's rotating in, cancel off the Tranquil Boot charge of Orbit, and there you go. Screw back RP as well. Worth it. Call down as well on top of Orbit and his bear. Missiles falling after Chicken MC. Napalm stacks as well, holding him back. Misha's gonna pick off the lone druid. Meanwhile, Batrider's going to pick off Chicken MC, 4 Napalm stacks. Fiend's Grip's going to pop off on Misha, but there's no follow-up. And Lopart decides... I can't make up my mind what to say right now. Lopart just going to go up here, decide Chicken MC needs to help more, and that's exactly what he does. JNT's going to throw it off the disruption. Jamie is going to barely miss the Ice Path as well. There's a Flame Break as well. He's going to push everyone off to the sides. And at this point, all you can really do is just try to deny yourself to the Ancients, but I guess it's kind of a long shot as well. Jamie might be rotating around just to try and do that, and Cuddle's going to go down, And meanwhile, Jamie does bring some tourists with him. There goes the entire creep wave. And Incarnate, meanwhile, bottom lane, just getting a free tower. And I think he can actually go for another. I'm surprised he isn't at this point. He's healing ward up. He has the damage. And he's going to wait for the creep wave. That makes sense. And this game is just so much action happening in it. And just such great play coming up from both sides. I'd say as of now, I've said it before, I always enjoy watching Chicken MC play. He's such a great player. But I think during this game, I'd say that maybe it's Orbit. Maybe Orbit's player of the game at the moment. Like, he isn't doing too bad for himself. He got shut down and he did some nice pulls. 35 for 4. Shockwave's gonna hit up as well, and JNT perfectly timed. He's just gonna drop like a sack of taters. The Cutter Blast gonna pop up as well. Magic Soap just so squishy. He's gonna take a lot of damage, and here comes in Jamie Duh. Ultimate's up in 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. No, I'm not gonna count down that entire time. Magic Soap running off. He's building towards his treads, and talking about shutting down, this guy got shut down like crazy bottom lane. The thing is, Weaver offlane solo, I was saying before, 2 escape mechanisms, he's great. But if you get 1 stun on him, it's arguable that you can kill him so easily, because he's just so squishy. Heroes like Windrunner, they can at least farm from a distance. My idea for offlane solos is that I think opposed to mobility and escape mechanisms, you need the ability to farm from afar. That's why Magnetor is such a good offlane solo. People don't really think so, but one of the reasons he is because of Shockwave. You can farm from afar. Also the reason that you can RP and skewer back into tower, which is kind of OP, but regardless, the Demonic Purge is going to pop. JNT and is going to very nicely dodge the skewer. Chibusia is going to Ice Path and run away, but JNT is still going to go down. There's the Shockwave, sorry. You know, bottom lane, 3 of them are going to be running from Misha, Magic Soap, and the crew. Carnate's going to go right in. Ultimate isn't up yet. I'm not too sure what he's trying to do. Cuddle Blast is going to make sure that no one can hit. And Magic Soap's getting Fiend's Grip solo. And there's the Brain Step to ensure that he goes down. Ultimate is up on Extravagant. There's the nice RP, though. It's going to catch 2. And it's going to be a Skewer back as well. Or is it? No, Skewer is on cooldown. And it's going to be a sleeping Extravagant. It's going to get skewered now. And there goes the Bat Rider go down as well as 3 down, 17 for 5 in favor of mine 10th, and they're really swinging it back in this series. It's 2 for 1. It's 2 for 0. Sorry, going towards Chibusia's minions because they do have that win from the winners bracket advantage. But mine 10th, they're really playing a solid game as of now. They're following the strat and they're just going in for it. Incarnate as well, still farming bottom lane. It's 91 for 16. That's pretty crazy farm. On average, I would say that if you're not the #1 farming role, which Incarnate is, so you can't really say that you can't really use this as a good example, but on average, I'd say that you'd want at least 50 CS every 10 minutes. On average, that's decent. Even for like a 2 position, that's not bad. Even for a 1 position, that's not bad, but most players go above and beyond. And Orbit's going to go for the hit. Disruption's going to pop as well. Not too sure if it was worth it, or was it? Chicken MC is here, called down as well, and Orbit's just so damn tanky. Extravagance can pop off the lasso as well. And meanwhile, Misha, he's taking down the bear. Chicken MC's gonna have to run for his life. A little bit of bad communication here. Still, bear is gonna get away, and meanwhile, Chicken MC's gonna drop. The rest of the MYI is rolling in, and there's the solo ult as well. Blade Fury gonna let him pass by the ice path, and Misha just kiting the shit out of him at this point. And Incarnate, there's one more hit, and he's gonna take down the gyrocopter. Meanwhile, Extravagant, sorry, Magic Soap are chasing down the 2 supports, and Lopart has 2 stacks of sticky napalm on him. Magic Soap's gonna eat another Fiend's Grip, and that's a lot of hate. Jamie just pushing towards the Weaver. Extravagant getting really low as well, and that's 3 down. And it's going to be 4 down in just a second, or will it? And no, it won't! The Orb is not going to take him down either, and that's 17 HP that this Bat Rider is going to be living with. He's going to get home safely, and he's going to say hi to his wife and kids once more. And, yeah, he doesn't actually have a wife and kids. I don't think so. I don't know. And just great team fights. Chibusia's minions are holding on very strongly, very impressively, and they're doing so. Just such flawless play coming out. And Jamie Dow, he's showing a lot of hate for the Weaver. Every time he sees him, he just throws out the Fiend's Grip, and I think that's kind of a great idea. The only downside of what's happening at this point, though, is the Midas isn't up on Orbit. I didn't notice this before, but it's common knowledge that Midas pretty much makes you a harder carry. It's not like it changes your hero, but it essentially adds 100 GPM to you if it's used properly late game. The problem with this lineup now is that there's no late game carry. If he had a Midas, at this point, you could argue he could keep up with the Gyrocopter and Weaver because he would be the one getting the solo farm, and he had a Midas, you know, so it would help him keep up. At this point now this is just a pure early game lineup. If this goes longer than 30 minutes, my money's on Chibusia's minions, to be honest. Not 35 minutes, actually. 30 minutes kind of push it. His orbit can still be useful at that point. It doesn't turn even if it's only 30 minutes. We see empty getting bombs back on him. There's a layout in the middle, it's gonna hit, but the skewer's gonna throw him back. Yeah, nice play coming in, so he didn't get stunned in a foreign position where it could have died. Vladimir's offering this Roche attempt out. He's gonna fall soaking. Age's gonna pick up. We're gonna assume Incarnate is gonna be built into the match tower with the Yasha. Either way, really pick, and they're pretty early items. Like I assumed, drums, phase, and Yasha are picked up. He's just gonna be such a speed on Zal's by the end of this. They're pushing for Steer 2, it looks like RP is up. As well as last two, Omni Slash is gonna go out, and Shotgun's just gonna fall, but he's gripped to one, blown out as well. Down now as well, fucking Demonic Purge as well. It's a nice up, he's still getting thrown actually. Misha's gonna skew back, and now it's gonna be Magic still getting slow buyback from Bat Rider as well. Here he is. Last two's gonna pop, just had to throw it out, he's about, and now he's flaring everyone back away. And he should think he bought back as well. Yes, said he needs to keep back, just get over Venom flung down a little bit. No drops from my FII. They set in the heal word for lit now, and they're gonna be back full health. Flare's gonna hold it back, but free tier 2, and they're back up now. The gold is, it's slightly in the way of the Radiant X point as well as the experience. And Incarnate, you're gonna say hello to Misha, and Incarnate can actually probably solo Misha at this point. Look at that, guys, sorry about that. Weaver's coming in as well, and that's a nice timing from the Blade Fury, or else Juggernaut would have caught up in the Ice Path. Now there's a clown as well. Chibusia is going to be in here, trying to do whatever he can. Magic Soap, throwing out Gemini Strikes, but he's going to get rooted and go down, and Incarnate's going to pop with the Aegis. He has double kill, and JNT is going to get dropped as well. The Orb Venom slowing him down. This is going to be forward down, and Root's going to ensure the kill. Extravagant, kind of out of position. This is going to be a full team wipe. Going towards the way of MYI. This is going to be a tier. Wow. And let me just fix that. There we are. Okay. And now we'll be fighting for tier 3 here. Ice Path is going to hold Orbit back. Orbit knows that there isn't anything about it. This is the restraint, and you need to know when and not to keep going. Orbit's going to dodge this call down. He's just going to go right in and not even think about it. Now there's 4 all clustered together. Just jump right if you hit it. Time lapse Magic, so there's your Omni Slash as well. She's gonna pop. Battle Blade Fury as well. Just having to go pop the Flame Sue. GG call. We're gonna be going to the next game, guys. Really good play. Oh my god. Love the name of P. It looks like he is highly doubted. That's what it looks like. Big game, guys. I love this game. I always love it's, you know, something new when it's this. As much as I love the Nace, as much as I love PL, you know, same piece over and over again. I can't appreciate as much. Just kind of. And then mark up the. She's gonna be a manly man dive. Where is? Hey guys, thanks for watching. Gonna be hosting. It's 2 for 1 in favor of Chibusia. The 2 wins. One was a win from the Witch Bracket advantage. One was from last game, and now it's 1 win for my 10. Great overall game. I love the early push, and stay because I'll be back with the next game. Wow.